guys, Ryan the Nerd here, and today we're going to be taking a look at the Godzilla versus Kong Mechagodzilla. If you kind of missed my what I got for Christmas video, like a while back, sorry for the delay, guys. I've been wanting to do reviews of the stuff that I got for Christmas, but I couldn't because I really wanted to spend time with my family, and also I kind of got a little bit sick. So you might have noticed that my voice is a little bit raspy, but that's fine, nothing to worry about. I've been doing a little bit fine. That yesterday was kind of bad for me, but other than that, we're back again with doing some more reviews and all that stuff. So yeah, let's take a look at the packaging. So this is what I got for Christmas. I got this for Christmas. If you didn't check out what I got for Christmas video, like I said before. This is by Playmates, I believe. They made the Skullcrawler and the Godzilla. I did review those two and got Kong as well. So on the back here you got Godzilla with Radio Tower. I did a review on that, so if you want to check out that video, go check that out. Godzilla Fighter Jet Skullcrawler with Hev. I already did a review on that one as well, and I haven't found any of these ones right here. I really want to see Warbat. I haven't found him at all. I haven't actually seen him in Walmart or any of my other stores that they would normally pick this guy up. So yeah. Then you can see right here, you got a little read up there as well. Then you got the Blockbuster movie. So that's pretty cool. Enough with the packaging, because this is basically the exact same thing as the other box that I showed you, so I don't really care about this one, so let's throw that away. So let's take a look at the actual figure. So here we go. Here is Mechagodzilla and his glory. So this is a lovely figure. He is pretty big. Because I've seen people review this figure before, but I never expected how actually big he actually was. If we do a comparison here to Godzilla here, so let me just take Godzilla off my shelf. So here's Godzilla compared to Mechagodzilla, and they are pretty darn close, just like in the movie, which is actually awesome. So yeah, I really like this version of Mechagodzilla. I think the design is really awesome. I'm just gonna put Godzilla to the side here. I'll bring him back later. But I really like this design for Mechagodzilla. But I do like, the older style of the older design for Mechagodzilla, but I think that this one is probably my favorite out of all those other designs, because it's just so cool looking, and also he was pretty awesome in the film. Really like the final battle between him and Godzilla and Kong, which is actually awesome. So yeah, this is a Playmates toy, and if you don't know who Playmates are, they're the ones who's been making all of these really reasonable priced figures for really good articulation and really good detail for a really low price. I got Godzilla and the Skullcrawler for about $12 or $10. And I don't know how much this guy was, but I'm pretty sure he was 10 or 12. And the detail and the articulation that you get on these figures are spectacular. Like, legit, they are actually one of the best articulated figures. Not the best, but the best articulated figures when it comes to the prices of this. Because when you pick up a $12 figure or a $10 figure, they usually don't have much articulation as you would expect from Playmates. But Playmates, they do a fantastic job of making their figures really high quality, but also for a low price for those people who don't have a lot of money. And also who don't want to pay for the SH Monster Arts figures, because those figures are quite expensive as well. So let's just stop talking about, the stuff, and let's get into the actual detail. So the detail on this figure is very awesome. The mechanical detail is awesome. The feet as well, they are also really nice. You can see like some of like the joints and all that. The feet, the actual toes don't move, but you can see that there are some joints in there that would make them look like they would move. So that's awesome. Then you have some more like lights going on there. I wish that they had a little bit more lights going on instead of just like just the red here along the spine and the tail and the eyes and some of these bits on the chest. I wish there was a little bit more red because in the movie there was a lot more red on this guy than there was. So let's take a look at the head here. The head is very movie accurate as well. For some reason, my you can't really get in there because for some reason my jaw is stuck. I'm probably gonna heat that up with a hair dryer actually. But you can see that the teeth in there are actually are silver, which is actually awesome. Not just the base color, but a darker silver. And then you can see the red of the spines there, and going all the way to the end of the tail. I wish there was a little bit more red, like I said before, in the middle of the tail, but that's okay. So that's awesome. That the way that the red looks, I think that's beautiful, especially on camera. It's really bright and vibrant. So that's awesome. And then you can kind of see the shoulder pads and the missile launchers on there as well. Very awesome as well. So before we get into articulation, let's talk about the accessory that he gets. He came with a HEV, which the Skullcrawler already came with. I'm just gonna dig into my bag of accessories here, because that figure also came with a HEV. So let's take a look at this. So here's this HEV that came with Skullcrawler, and here's the HEV that came with Mechagodzilla here. So at the bottom, they're basically the exact same mold, just with different paint jobs, which I don't mind, I guess, but I wish that he came with something a little bit more like an atomic breath part or something like that. But to be honest, it doesn't really matter to me, because I had an idea. I don't know where it is, though. I'm trying to find it in here. I can hear a lot more clanking and stuff. Hopefully I can find it though. Oh, here we go. Here's the radio tower for that came with Godzilla, and I was wondering if he could fit it in his hand, because that would actually be a way better mechanic than having Godzilla have the radio tower. To be honest, I think that Mechagodzilla should have the radio tower because Godzilla's already pretty awesome without using like weapons and stuff like that. So I think Mechagodzilla would actually be a little bit beneficial with this, or something like this along these lines, like a building part or something like that. But like I said, I think that he should have came with an atomic breath part that I have, because the heads are just kind of a one thing done in the movie anyway. So there's not much to that. Alright, so let's take a look at the articulation. For articulation, for the head, like I mentioned, the jaw would open. Most people don't have any problems with the jaw opening, but for mine, I don't know why, but mine is just really hard to move. But I'm going to heat that plastic up with a hairdryer. No head articulation, sadly. Rotation, 360 of the arm. The shoulder missile launcher thing here kind of gets in the way. It can move in and out. No bend of the elbow, no wrist articulation, no hand articulation. But the bigger version does have an elbow joint, and it does have opening claws, and I'm pretty sure a wrist swivel. For the legs, he can kick that far and move back that far. It can move in and out. Very nice, tight joint there as well. Bend at the knee, so you can get a little bit more stretch. I like my knees being a little bit more bent. And then the feet can swivel as well. And for the tail, it has a ball joint just like Skullcrawler and Godzilla, so you can get some decent poses. Don't try to bend it too far. You kind of want to bend it just a little bit. So yeah, awesome with the ball joint. Oh, and I forgot to mention that he also has battle damage just like the Skullcrawler and Godzilla, which you can pry the chest piece off, and then there you go. You got some lovely detail in there as well. So really like this is the exact same silver that they use for the mouth. So this is really nice. I love the detail on the chest here, and then you can see the chest a little bit more clearly there. There it is. Awesome. Really like it, and it also fits really nicely. It fits really seamlessly, in my personal opinion. People don't really like the battle damage on these figures, but I think that they're fine, even though I'm not gonna display it with anything. But I really like how it's very it's very seamless in my opinion. This figure has really seamless battle damage. But unlike Godzilla and the Skullcrawler, where you can see the battle damage very clearly, like clearly that is battle damage. But it does fit there really nicely, except for this part right here. That's where you actually get your finger and you pull that out. So like I said before, with the like I showed you earlier in the video of the comparison. So here's Godzilla next to Mechagodzilla. As you can see, that they are pretty decent. You can see the tails there. So they're pretty at the. Mechagodzilla's a little bit taller. If you stretch out his legs, Godzilla doesn't have bendable knees, so he's perpetually just in a crouched with his legs a little bit bent. But Mechagodzilla, his legs can can actually, move and all that. So he is definitely taller than Godzilla when he's, with his legs aren't bent. So let's take, and unlike Godzilla, like I mentioned in my review of this guy, his spines are really, really hard. They're really sharp as well, and they're really pointy, so if you grab them, you can cut yourself like I did. I mentioned that in that video. But for Mechagodzilla, his spines are really nice and soft, so you don't have to worry about any sharp parts on this guy. Let's take a look at the Skullcrawler here. So here's the Skullcrawler next to Mechagodzilla. And as you can see, this is kind of just like in the film where Mechagodzilla just absolutely destroys a Skullcrawler. So I guess that works in a way. They're not to scale, obviously, and like I said before, the battle damage is a little bit obvious, unlike this guy. So lengthwise, Skullcrawler easily is the longest one, but he is not the tallest. So, and I don't have a Godzilla, I don't have the Kong figure to compare this guy, so I don't know how big that figure is, and I haven't seen him in stores. But I prefer Godzilla over Kong in my opinion. So yeah. So that's gonna do it for this video, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. And hopefully my audio is not too terrible, because I am using my new tripod. So hopefully that's not gonna do too terribly. So yeah. Thank you guys so much for watching. Like, comment, subscribe. I don't care what you do, but you guys know what time it is. So, bye guys.